Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Trying something different out here with the music. Can you guys actually hear the music? Just wondering if you can hear the music in the background. Can you hear it? Can you not? Just say, yes, I can hear the music. No, I can't. Be great. Can you guys hear the music in the background? I don't know if these comments are coming through loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So we're going to do something right now. We're going to bring Instagram live into it as well. But because my streaming service cannot stream everybody at once. So we're going to go live with IG, bring that other group of people into it. And then we're going to get into a wonderful, wonderful live today. I can't wait to tell you guys all about what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be going through each sign today with the energy shifts. So give me a second. Hold on. Listen to the music. I'll be right with you. Hi, everybody. We are live, Facebook, YouTube. We are bringing you Instagrammers into it at this point. All of our other audience that's usually on is on. We're going to give you guys a chance to see the weekly energy forecast live at this point. Let me just make sure you guys are there. All right, you guys are there. Feel free to comment if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, feel free to join us. Okay, so I have so much to talk to you guys about today. It's kind of crazy. Let me just turn the music down just a little bit. And Instagram, we're bringing you in live. I'm probably not going to be looking over at you since I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube and we have a bunch of cameras rolling. But hi, everybody. Let me just bring up some people. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you, Carrie Potter. Ann Nober, Deb Lamada. Everybody. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Alyssa. Yes, it is the craziest retrograde in a long time. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Tim. Hi, Just a Box of Fun. I bet you right now that you're not having a box of fun with this retrograde going on, but there's a lot of good news. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. You Cancerians are having a tough time this retrograde. I hope you're doing okay, Michael. Wow, everybody is on today. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. All right, so I'm gonna get right into it. I have a couple announcements to make. Michael, I don't know. I'm kind of leaving you up on the feed here. There's Michael Ruff. Say hi. He was a holistic dentist that was part of our Intuitate radio broadcast for a long, long time, which we're going to be bringing back season 2 in the spring of 2022. So I'm very excited about that. Hi, Emanuele. Good to see you. Sambroni, good to see you. I hope that your sports season is going well. All right. Well, let's get into it, shall we? All right. Well, I just want to start off by saying that Mercury is in retrograde, yes, and it's crazy. But Saturn has been in retrograde until today, okay? Which means that not only is everything seeming like we're going backwards, but we have all of these pressing issues coming in with our love life, with our relationships, with our career, with our health, all that kind of stuff. So I just want to show you guys Saturn direct has been retrograde since May 23rd. Okay, so there's been a lot of slowdown, not only with our routines and our structures, but also with our deep-seated core wounds, traumas, all that kind of stuff, which we have been processing. And it's kind of been hard for us to get our routine structures and things, down to a science. Everything's kind of been in limbo and it's kind of been all over the place, right? So let me just turn this down just a little bit if you guys are having a trouble hearing me. Great to see you guys. You guys are all here. So let me just show you kind of what's going on today. This Mercury retrograde has been a doozy. So if I'm just going to put it all out there, I know all my appointments have been rescheduled, canceled, reworked. I tried to plan things and just everything kind of went awry. But if you know that you can kind of just roll with the punches and realize that things are going to be canceled, rescheduled, and all that kind of thing. So hi, M. Vaughn 624. Good to see you over at Instagram. All right, let me just show you guys what's going on right now. I'm going to put up a banner here. And hold on one second. All right. So here we are tonight, October 11th. Now on Instagram, you guys are not seeing this visual. So just listen as I read along. Okay. Good to see you guys. If you want to kind of interact with us on our feed, we're trying the Instagram live. I usually put it up as a recording, but I love seeing you guys live. So I just wanted to bring you guys on. But tonight, October 11th, Saturn retrograde ends and the 111 portal opens. Okay, so this is the karmic cycle. Tonight, October 11th, Saturn, the Lord of Karma, will finally end his 5-month retrograde phase. And this marks the completion of important karmic cycles. So if you've had karma with people in your life, past life karma, karma with people from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, you are completing the karma. You are freeing yourself. You are freeing other people. You are allowing them to move forward in their lives. And this is not a time to hold on. It's a time to let go. And we're also in the fall, in the summer going into the fall. So this is a big time when a shift happens, and it's asking us to really, really let go. So what is it bringing in? It's bringing in karmic debt has been restored and paid. So if you have karma, you're paying it off. You paid it off. You paid your dues. It's now time not to just kind of start a new chapter, but a new book. So this will bring you positive change, fast forward motion, growth, progress, and long-awaited improvements in love and relationships, especially career and finances. If you've had a lot of emotional triggers, a lot of trauma coming up in the past 10 years, all of those emotional triggers and challenges, which seem so difficult to meet, a lot of this stuff is raising and coming up, will start to ease out. It will start to be gone. Notice which important lessons you've learned. Old karmic energies being released. Life will become easier now. Thank the Lord, right? Be grateful for every experience and keep a positive attitude. Tonight's 11/11 energy portal. Oh, I got low battery on Instagram. Hopefully I'll keep you guys up. Will rapidly manifest whether we choose to focus on your desires. All right. So there we are with that, people. All right. So I want to talk to you about this. And before we get into, I'm going to go through every single sign, okay, and how Saturn retrograde, and most of you have only heard of Mercury retrograde and not Saturn retrograde, but Saturn retrograde has a big pull on what's been going on in the world. So before I start that, because I'm going to be going through each one of your signs, which I normally don't do, but I'm excited to be doing it, I want to make a little bit of an announcement. So everybody has been waiting for my intuitive development program to launch. And I'm telling you, I'm filming it, I'm scripting it, getting ready to launch it. We are in the pre-launch phase. I haven't had a wait list ready to go until now. The wait list is open for the intuitive development course. We're going to have many different tiers of the course. You could start small, you could start big, you could start in the middle. It's all DIY. And we're going to have some lives too, but it's pretty much at your own pace. And we're going to have the intuitive development foundations, basics, beginner series 1, 2, and 3. And you're also going to have how to release those energy blockages and that nervous system regulation to help with anxiety, overwhelm, all that kind of stuff, because you can't really build your intuition unless your nervous system is regulated. So a lot of intuitive development courses don't really focus on that nervous system regulation, right? They focus on just making us go higher in frequency. And if you're a high energy spirit, and if you're a highly sensitive soul, then you're already vibrating at a higher frequency. So you want your mind to race more than just do intuitive development. But I have found that we need to address our energetic issues. Okay. And so this course is going to combine both. It's going to combine manifesting, intuitive development. We're going to have practice labs, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to get on the early notification list, the email list, for Instagram, right in the link in bio. It's the main link on the profile, Facebook and YouTube, right in the description of this video. You will get information on our pre-launch. We're going to launch to this list before we launch to the rest of the people, and you will get special promo pricing and deals. If you don't want the deals, don't sign up for the list. Just wait until, we regularly open the course. But this is not going to be open and closed enrollment. You're going to be able to get in on it whenever you would like. But there will be a pre-launch for the intuitive development course. If you want to get notified for our pre-launch parties that we're going to be having, all sorts of stuff, make sure that you get on our email list intuitive development waitlist. You don't have to buy the course. You just get early notification. So even if you're on my monthly energy forecast list, get on the intuitive development waitlist. You will get a better deal. Also, my monthly energy forecast is coming out next week, which is the 15th. If you are not on my monthly energy forecast, we go through every day of the month and we talk about what days to stay away from, what days to take action, what days to kind of hole up and do reflection, and what days to really push your energy forward. You need to be on that list. These are not public. Okay, so make sure that you sign up in the description of this video, and you will get that next week as well. That is pre-recorded. So I want to talk about what's going on right now. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi, Kathy Donahue. Hi, Debbie Gar165. How's it, Judith? How are you doing? BGM289. Nice to see you. Okay, so here's where the karmic situation is very, very, very heavy. All right, this is what I want to tell you guys. So over the past 7 years, there's been situations, mostly with home, relocation, and relationships, where you were unable to decide which way did you want to go, this way or that way. Okay. And for the past 7 years, you've been able to deflect that, kind of dissociate from that, and kind of be like, okay, I'm just going to keep 1 foot over here and 1 foot over there. And I'm going to just, try to stay in limbo here and not really commit in both feet. This is with home, relocation, relationships. This is where I see it going on. Our alignment in the universal consciousness is really raising to the point where basically you are not going to have that ability to decide anymore, to say, I'm just going to keep 1 foot here and 1 foot there. Okay, you're not going to have that ability. Basically, the universe is aligning and it's making decisions. And you may have seen this in the past week where doors close and it forced you to make a decision. The universe is going to force you to choose. Okay, so your alignment, you're not going to have the ability to keep waiting and waiting and waiting to make 2 or 3 big decisions that have been in your life for the past 7 years. Okay, so the universe is going to be choosing for you based on whatever level of frequency you're on. It's going to ask you to commit. So now that Saturn is going direct for many of you, and we're going to go through each sign of the Zodiac coming up right now, soon. And I want you guys to feel free to ask questions, interact with me on Instagram or on Facebook and YouTube. I want you guys to ask questions if you have questions about this aspect, but it is asking you to commit. And there's a lot of fear coming up with this. It's almost like you have to surrender because the universe isn't giving you any more time to go with this, to be in limbo with the relationship. Michael Ruff says 7 years is right. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is not with your career. I'll just put it out there to you one more time. Not with your career. This is with love, with relationships. Now, if you're not in a relationship, this means your patterns in love, your patterns of relationships. Just choose, just decide, do you want to keep replaying your patterns out or do you want to make some changes? Great. So thanks, Tim. Sorry, you can actually, there will be a replay. So if you guys have to leave for meetings or whatever, you can actually come back on later and watch the replay. But I'm going to go through each sign now. So remember, if you haven't made a decision, love, relationships, or relocation or home, like where you're going to live, where you're going to move, or if you want to commit to a relationship, if you don't, if you want to stay single, if you want to leave a relationship, all of these things you have been processing for at the minimum 3 years, at the maximum 7 years, the universe is saying to you, oh, no. We're going to put situations in your path that are going to close the doors, and they're going to seem like really weird, coincidental situations where you're like kind of forced into these situations to put both feet in and see if that's really where you want to be and really where you want to go. Okay. So very important that you understand that and that you don't have any more time to dilly-dally, because we are going into a much higher level of consciousness and we're being asked to commit and to get on the path to where we need to go. And this is going to involve your deepest fears, frustrations, wounds, pain. It's going to involve all that. You're going to have to let go of control. Okay. Michelle is saying, wow, we've been talking about moving out of state for that long. Okay. Guess what? Something's going to occur, Michelle, probably that's going to have to make you make that decision. And you're not going to have a choice. You're just going to have to decide. So very exciting. So hopefully you guys on Instagram are enjoying this. I'm sorry I can't look at both cameras at the same time, but I usually put this up on Instagram after we go live, but I just wanted to offer you guys a chance to get in. Michael is saying relocation, again, have anxiety about it. And yeah, these situations, you're going to have anxiety about these situations. However, the universe is going to decide, and then you're going to have to deal with your anxiety because it's all about surrender to our path. It's almost like you've been waiting in a train station and you finally have to get on a train and the train's going and you can't like drive the train. It's just basically going on the track that you need to be. So here we go. I am going through each of the signs, telling you how Saturn in retrograde affected you since May and what you're going to have to be looking forward to as we move along. So let me just talk to you a little bit about Saturn in retrograde. So basically, where does your mind go when you hear the word retrograde? And this is from Elite Daily. It makes you want to run from the hills. You're not alone. A planet like Mercury stations retrograde 3 times each year, and it doesn't seem to get any less annoying. It's been very annoying the past 3 weeks. Now, Saturn retrogrades are far less common. They happen once every year, but this tends to make the effects far more intense, so it feels like a lose-lose situation. Now we have the Saturn retrograde. We had 6 retrogrades at the beginning of this Mercury retrograde, and now we have a Saturn direct, which is awesome. So Saturn's a planet of discipline, limitations, boundaries. It's been retrograde since May 23rd. So if you've been in flux since May, in limbo, this is why. It's making it far more difficult to implement structure into your life because all of us need that structure with the way the world is. And we've been trying to get it and we couldn't get it. So Saturn will finally be stationing direct. We are in it October 10th. So yesterday, and you can let out a sigh of relief because the end of Saturn retrograde 2021 will affect every zodiac sign in a major way. Usually Mercury retrograde affects a certain sign, but it's affecting us in a major way. So when the planets are traveling at their normal speed, things associated with that planet tend to follow a pretty linear progressive path. Now, when they slow down and they station retrograde, it can definitely shake things up, especially when Saturn goes retrograde. So thankfully, Saturn's been retrograding through Aquarius, the sign that it rules. So it's familiar. It's familiar territory. However, the house Aquarius governs over in your birth chart has been experiencing a lot of upheavals and reversals in the past couple months. Now it's time to finally move forward. So let's go over each of the signs. All right. So Aries, your friendship limitations will be lifted. Okay. So let's go over that a little bit. Since Saturn retrograde on May 23rd, you've been called to reevaluate your friendships and alliances. This is for Aries. You may have lost a few friends by implementing necessary boundaries, but it needed to be done. Saturn stationing direct on October 10th will provide you the energy you need to create healthy, long-lasting bonds, but you will find yourself a bit more selective about who you initially call your friend. And this is discernment. Aries is not normally good at discerning, but it's a helpful tool and can ensure that the company you keep is worth your effort and time. So hopefully we have some Aries. I know Carrie Potter's an Aries. Hopefully you relate to this, Carrie Potter. All right, Taurus, your career endeavors will finally start to move forward. Taurus, you guys are like the mountain. You stand there and nobody can move you. And you're as patient comes. But you've been waiting for these career shifts for a really long time. So let's talk about that. You're an incredibly patient individual, Taurus. You've been working diligently for the past many years when it comes to your career. But Saturn retrograde most likely required you to take some steps back, testing your patience levels. We don't like when Taurus patience levels are tested, and then it makes you question everything. So the good thing is it's required you to double down on your vocational endeavors, and Saturn stations direct October 10th. You will start to have a sigh of relief. Notice a big difference. Now is the time for you Taurians. Ask for that raise or apply for that new job. You've got the work ethic to back it up, and Saturn is now working in your favor. So I can't even see what's going on Instagram. Hopefully you guys are still there. Okay, so where are you guys here? Do we have any Taurians in the room? Geminis, your spirituality is progressing forward again. Okay, so what happened? You guys were getting all confused in the last couple of years. Your Saturn has been retrograded in the 9th house of knowledge and spirituality. It's probably been somewhat challenging to obtain this newfound knowledge and wisdom over the past several months. Something that you really live for. You Geminis really live for that. You're the curious air sign of the zodiac. You're constantly seeking to learn new things. And Saturn going direct now will actually propel you forward in your studies. And since you tend to struggle with maintaining consistencies, Geminis, the energy of Saturn in Aquarius will prompt you to double down a bit and finish any of the new learning or educational endeavors that you already started. So that sounds good for my Geminis. Great. Okay, people, be patient. Be patient. I have to go through each sign. I'm getting there. There are 12. All right, so let's see. Cancer. Okay, Cancers, I know there's some of you in here because I know some of you are clients of mine. Cancer, setting boundaries in relationships has been a challenge, but it's finally improving. Cancers, you know you love those relationships. You know you love feeling at home. You know you love feeling that little, bubble of nice energy. And here you are. It's finally improving, and it has not been good for a lot of you, okay? So let me go over that. You're the nurturer of the zodiac, Cancers. Everyone wants to be around you, but because of that, you have trouble maintaining your boundaries between yourself and others. So Saturn's traveling through your 8th house has finally made this known. Over the last few months, you've had to unfortunately part ways with certain people who weren't respecting your boundaries, or you will be parting ways, which is going to be a painful but necessary choice. So Saturn tends to be the cause of our most difficult lessons, but the worst is definitely over now. Saturn retrograde comes to an end, as you know, October 10th. Making it easier for you to weed out the people who are taking advantage of you. Remember, you don't need to make yourself uncomfortable for the sake of someone else. Hi, Louis Minor. Nice to see you on here, buddy. All right. Let's go to Leo. Let's see what some of our Cancers are saying. All right. Leo, romantic relationships has been a challenge. And Leos do not like that because they are the center of the world and the relationship and to everybody else. So let's see. There's been so much emphasis, Leo, in your romantic relationships lately. And Saturn's been retrograde in your house of relationships since May 23rd, asking you to reevaluate any limitations stemming from a partnership that could be hindering your self-expression. Saturn is your biggest enemy, unfortunately, as it's the sun-ruled sign of the zodiac, and its cold and dry energy tends to make things tense and rigid for you. So that's how your romantic endeavors have been feeling, tense and rigid. The good thing is it went direct, making it easier for you to maintain healthy, long-lasting relationships. And as Leo, they like to be the sun in everybody's universe. So that's the deal with you guys. Let's see. Virgos, your health and daily routines have been reworked, okay? And they are being reworked. Your daily routines and habits for you Virgos are an essential part of your life. And as Saturn has retraced its steps through your 6th house, you've likely been reevaluating your relationship to your daily routines, responsibilities. Over the past, since May, you've been having a challenge finding a healthy rhythm within your routines. And it's important that you are not that hard on yourself, Virgos. You cut yourself some slack. Stop obsessing over the fine details, and it could cause you to miss out on the bigger spiritual picture. We want you to think about the bigger spiritual picture. Now that Saturn's going direct, you'll be more prompted to prioritize more rest and relaxation for you Virgos. You're so hard on yourselves. Take a rest. Saturn's you guys are going to really feel this Saturn lifting, but you're going to be able to handle this much better this time around. Okay. All right. So I don't think we have many Virgos here because nobody's commenting. So let's go to our Libras. Libras, sexual and creative endeavors have required your attention. So if you're not getting those things met, you guys have not had a good time since May, okay? Those are going to be where you guys are going to be focusing on, and you're going to be making major changes in those areas. You are the romantic partnership-oriented sign of the zodiac. So this retrograde in Aquarius has definitely caused a dry spell in your love life, whether you are connected to somebody, married, engaged, single or not. The good things is it's prompted you to reevaluate your relationship with intimacy, and it's allowed you to come out of this retrograde with a very clear head of what you want to do. So you're somebody also, just like Cancerians, who struggle with implementing boundaries when it comes to your romantic endeavors. But this retrograde has prompted you to finally put your foot down, Libras, and set some ground rules. So with Saturn going direct, You'll be feeling much more confident in your ability to maintain healthy boundaries when it comes to your connections. How are you feeling like with that, Libras? That sounding right to you? All right, Scorpios, your home and family matters are finally being resolved. Yay, Scorpios. This has been a big one for you. So you're Scorpios, you guys are a private person. It's like people could get to know you for 10 years. They still don't know you fully. And that rings even more true when it comes to your family. So you're very private about your family. Saturn's been retrograde in your fourth house since May 23rd, reworking your dynamics at home. So this retrograde could have prompted some tension between family or roommates or rear its ugly head, and you could have moved to a new place altogether or thinking about moving. Either way, you've learned a lot about what kind of environment you want in your home, Scorpio, and where you can really rest, resolve, and just take a deep breath. This will allow you, this move in the Saturn back to direct will allow you to make the necessary changes in order for you to keep the peace. Sagittarius. Okay, communication will be much easier for you Sagittarians. You've been going through your own personal struggles with communication, which has been extremely challenging, considering how much you love to share your wisdom and your ideas. So Saturn has been retrograding in your house since May 23rd, making it challenging for you to vocalize your thoughts and opinions. And for Sag, as you know, if you're a Sag, you need to speak, you need to express, you need to get your stuff out. And if you are repressed, forget it, you're going to blow. So now that this internal reflection, which you didn't want to do, but you had to do since May, now you're going direct. And now you're going to be feeling like you could freely express yourself again. But you had to do that internal work, Sagittarius. All right. Capricorn. Your finances and personal resources will be much more manageable. Oh my God, Capricorns. You guys have been through the ringer since May 23rd. You guys are the goal-oriented signs of the Zodiac, and your money is definitely something you tend to have a firm grasp on and your goals. But since Saturn has been retrograde in your second house of possessions, you have found this a bit more challenging than usual to get a handle on those finances. Since Saturn's the ruler of your chart, you've been feeling this retrograde more than most. So if you are a Capricorn, you have been really frustrated. But on October 10th, or today, October 11th, you will finally start to feel like yourself again. And if money has been stagnant, expect things to start progressing forward again, along with the Saturn direct station. All right. Okay, so we are going to Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarians, where are we here? Your relationship with self-discipline is improving. So having Saturn retrograde through your first house of self hasn't exactly been a walk in the park for you Aquarians, but it's definitely prompted you to improve your relationship with self-discipline, because when you're disciplined, it's like 300% discipline. But this retrograde has caused you so much to know about who you are, not so much about what you do, what your talents are, because a lot of Aquarians are very talented people, but they don't get to know themselves and what they really want. And Saturn stationing direct on October 10th will continue to do just that. Staying true to yourself doesn't mean you have to rebel against any form of structure. I know Aquarians, you want to just do your own thing, beat to your own drums, but you have to have some sort of structure. Willpower is important, and the Saturn direct station will teach you all about that. Your biggest obstacle, Aquarius, is your fear of change, and Saturn says that change is a necessary part of your growth. Pisces, last but not least, girlfriends and boyfriends. Okay, where are we here? All right, your mental health is moving in the right direction. Finally, Pisces, you felt like you were going to have a nervous breakdown in the last 6 months, but it's getting better, okay? So Saturn has been retracing its steps through your 12th house of mental health and your bad habits, Pisces, for quite some time now, probably making it difficult for you to overcome those negative thinking patterns and projecting them onto your family and friends, which we don't want you to do because you're hard on yourself too. What Saturn is good for is reminding us that if we want something, it takes time and discipline. And Pisces tend to get into the emotion of it and tend to give up too easily. You've learned a lot about your mental health over the past few months, and on October 10th, which was yesterday, Saturn's direct station will prompt you to use all of the lessons you've learned during the retrograde as a way to implement stronger discipline tactics when it comes to your wellness. So while you may see Saturn as a stick in the mud, and Pisces has been a stick in the mud in the past 6 months because they couldn't get out of that stuck energy, Being the mutable water sign that you are, it's easily your best teacher to get into your emotions, even though we don't want you to be the cold fish, but you will really integrate your mental health coming up. So I'm very excited for you. So yes, let us see how you guys are doing with all that information. All right, all you guys are really soaking this all up. All right, so for those of you that just tuned in, I would urge you to go back for the weekly energy forecast as I talked about the alignment. Very important for this week. Make sure if you're not on my list to receive the monthly energy forecast, YouTube and Facebook's in the description of this video. I put it out once a month on the 15th of the month. That is this week. I will go through every day of the month and tell you what is coming for your manifestation calendar. You want to do it at the right time, the right date. You want to take action at the right time. If you don't, you're just going to be frustrated. So make sure you sign up for that, for the email to get to you, because I don't put them on live. So if you're not on the email list, you're not going to get the monthly energy forecast, and you're not going to be able to find it because it's not out there. It's on a private link. And those of you who want to join the intuitive development classes that I have coming up, this is a life changer. It's not just developing your intuition. You're going to be changing. You're going to be transforming. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. That means breaking your patterns, stopping the energy cycles that you keep repeating in your love life and your career. And we're going to balance your nervous system and bring you back home to your body, back to connection, back to presence, and back to being in alignment with your soul purpose. This course does everything. So if you want to get on the wait list to be notified when we are launching and when we have our early bird specials and promos, make sure that you go to the description of this video, Facebook and YouTube, and get on the wait list. You're just joining the wait list, and then you'll be notified, and you will be getting special promotions more than anybody else. So make sure that you get on that wait list. And Instagram, it is in... Oh, Instagram, I hope I didn't lose you. Instagram, it will be in the link in bio if you want to get on the wait list for the intuitive development programs that are coming up. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Stay tuned for my monthly energy forecast. We are bringing the lounge back. Just it may be a little more time with this retrograde. It's been crazy. And I hope you guys enjoyed the format. Instagram, I hope you guys enjoyed that we've been live for you today. And Facebook and YouTube, as always, appreciate you being here. And stay tuned, stay connected. We have the monthly coming up, and we have a weekly. So we will see you soon. Have a wonderful day.